Hello everyone, welcome back to Renita Island, and we got some work to finish up still. We're still here in October. We have, what have we got to do? We've got to unfold and lower it. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to get done still. I think what we're going to use is that for the headlands. Not very realistic, I know, but it'll make not missing the stuff a lot easier. And also we can do stuff and talk at the same time. So we've got it to get the cotton still done, we've got the olives still to get done, we've got to move everything that we need to move into the new pickle production. And I think we will buy another piece of land. Not to really, well, we can't really plant anything interesting at the moment. But, oh, we've missed that. Did we actually miss that because we miss it? Yes. No. Here we go, got it. Very sensitive. But it's 2 rows, excellent. We need to get the new fields in and get them partly conditioned. We don't need to get it all done in a hurry, but we do very much need to get the grass into it. We can do the rest of it over the winter months, but we just need to get the grass in this month so it's ready for any oats that we may wish to put in. As we will not have enough time to get that done for the first month at least, if we leave it till after the fact. I wonder if it's actually picked that other row or not. I guess we'll find out. With how, if we don't get too much out of this row, it means it has. You know, let's go down this row. So if we go down here, and then we come back up, we'll see if we get nothing, then excellent. I think I need to fine-tune the working distance if that's the case. It's going to be a long one. We've still got to deal with that. Oh, I'm very, very happy with how things are coming along. It was kind of a tough choice between... Are we actually getting anything? We are! There's an invisible... Okay, so it's just like carrots. There is actually invisible crop that's been missed. Good to know. But yeah, tough decision to get into the buy another field because, I mean, we've got the money, but if anything fun turns up in the used sales, we can't buy it. Well, it'll definitely interfere with our ability to buy all the cool stuff. Speaking of, what do we got? We have got either stuff that's just not useful to us or too expensive. Oh, what are we? Year 2 already, coming up to our second winter. And we're finally making some good money. Because we've still got the flour for December. We're going to do every row. This is going to take a little bit. In fact, it's probably going to take enough. I'll probably just cut to the end of it at some point. But yeah, we've got the flour for December. Once we get the olives picked, we can get them into the mill and get that running again. This cotton I'm just going to store in Granny's knitwear. I won't activate it just yet because it will slow down forest productions, and I kind of want this as just the reserve to cover when we've run out of wool. Alright, I will see you in a moment. There we go, that is all of that done. We got 15 full bales of 100 litres, that's that, plus 56 still in here. We can unload that one early, so that's what, 1,556 if I can count litres of cotton. And while doing that I was thinking, oh well, we need to get that turned over and get ready for cotton again, but whoops, just dragged that all the way out here. We need to get that back into there. Might actually just turn that into grass and leave it grass so we can synchronize it with everything else and worry about, yeah, turning that all that into cotton. I didn't turn that off. Okay, and now I'm looking forward to actually getting rid of some of the stuff. The olive harvester. So how do we use this? It's just walk past it. Okay, that's I can live with that. By the looks of it, now I should be able to. Steering assist. Yeah, we can. At least this works. It's raining. I don't think it affects this. Oh, we're going to get more than 1,000 on a row. Now for you what? Is it just I? I? Yep. I indeed. Okay, that is quite good. Good yields. Actually, what I want to do, get this, no autosave. So yeah, we got a bit of space in there. What is the working width of that? What is interesting? I'm apparently on that. Anyway, let's focus on what we're at. That there, it is working with. Working with doesn't say. Because if I could figure out what the working width on this is. Ah, there's two pieces to this thing. Okay, weird. You can change your control group. And then we'll back up again. And okay, we need an extra row on this. If we're going for like optimal harvesting passes. Should in theory be fine to skip rows, but I guess we should do a control test just to make sure. Maybe, you know, we only get half the tree. How many pellets is that? That's what, 3 pellets already? Not sure it's going to be worth the overall investment. But we'll keep it at the very least. Okay. And if we need more, we'll just use gardens. Okay, now we've got here. We're not getting very much because we're only getting 1 row. Kind of do want to get more of these, but if we do more, we kind of want to get powered equipment to deal with. Alright, here's the control test. Let's go over to, say, this one here. Do we get anything? The answer is no, that's good. So that is 681 in that one. How many did we get through the field? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4,600 litres. Honestly, I'm okay about that, but I feel that it could use... nice if there was more, but yeah, anyway. Alright, so these olives, we need to... Can we pick these up? Okay, yes we can. Well, that's the part one. Can we pick up the full ones? Yes we can. Alright, that's fine. Oop, bang, crash, and a thud. Eee. Happy to see the first actual harvest from it, especially considering the scare that we had at the start with them looking like they weren't working. Okay, now that's that and that. Now I've got a gator in here, and I'm about to get billed for another hour of usage. We need to buy this at some point. Actually, speaking of, we just got a new hour, nothing in there. And how much we're going to get billed? That 3 hours has got to be about to click up. We will do this by hand, because Autoload will be dumb about it. There we go, nicely done. Get the feeling if we... Did I just forget about that one there? I did. I totally forgot about this. Always nice when you find 1,000 litres of olives just lying around. Will this pour into it? Yep. It's a funny quirk about them if you put an empty pallet, or a full pallet on top of a partly empty one. Can you not fidget? Look, I know you're excited. Yes, we are going to the mill. Just wait. And you onto there-ish. Carefully, maybe, possibly. Get those straps readjusted, and if anyone that deals with health and safety, look away now. Okay, 4,600. Meow. Still got to migrate all of that. And curses, I've been tidy and I've closed the lid on it. Okay, we are getting paid for these pallets, but I'm less concerned about it, just simply for the fact of how poor the returns are. There we go, turn that off because we will get billed pretty soon. And open the door. And into the mine, into the windmill. We have olives. Olive oil. Start it. Turns 2 into 1. So we're going to get 2,300 litres. And that will take, what, 2 months, I think? Yeah, so 2 months to process that. Now let's go do a technically cheaty, but just to make life easier. Kind of do want to get a hand cut so we can do some of this stuff. Just alright. It's Control Shift R. Puts it into auto loading mode. Have we got anything up here? Nope. Now we got what? I think it stacks 4 high, doesn't it? It does. We'll get one more onto here and then we'll go see a granny. There we go. I'd say that we can give it to her for a rainy day, but it's raining right now and we don't want her using it. And boom, 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 boom. Let's get the next lot. So I mean, that's actually not too bad. That's 2 months worth of olives. So if we're going to get more, what am I doing? Talking about olives. And I beelined for the olives. We're done with that now. Put it on to working. Big problem with these custom cotton bales. They're really hard to see. Okay. Boom. Boom. I think that's it. Do we see anything from our eye in the sky? No, we don't. Good. So if we turn that off, it'll strap it. Let's see if the math was right. Okay, Granny, how much did I give you? Yep. 2,060 litres. I will leave her to be entertained by that overly loud production of hers. Oh, we still got to move that. Okay. We're done with this for now. We do need to buy it sooner rather than later. Okay. Okay. Now, what do we need? We want tomatoes, I think we want, for the tomato, and lettuce. And if we've got chili or garlic. We don't have chili or garlic. So we wanted... where was the trigger again? Here it is. We wanted the tomato. And I could load this by hand, but... we're already been going for a fair bit, and... stop. Okay, there we go. So we only had, what, tomatoes and lettuce? Okay. Strawberries, nap cabbage, and spring onions. Right. What are we doing? What are we doing? We have a road. Use it. I need to put some fences up to stop me doing that. So what do we got on here? 30 pallets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Long, 2 wide, and 3 deep. Yeah. I have 30 pallets. With more to go. Oh, doing this, I already want to move everything, but we don't have the money. So I had an idea. Since we got the pickle production over here, I'm thinking, what if we got the improved small food processing thing, had that over here, and we just have this as like our little foodstuffs, pickling and just food production. Okay, is this where I want to be? No. Oh yeah, it is. Kind of. Is this one of these annoying triggers? It is. Oh dear. Okay. Need to keep that in mind. Okay. Or does it just take a long time? Nope, it's just in the wrong spot. Where does it want to be? Okay. That is going to get annoying, and we're probably going to want to distribute to it instead of trying to deliver it. Come on. Alright, so there is, I mean, hopefully it'll make us some money to make up for this nuisance. Oh, and you're like there. Like, come on. There we go, thank you. Yep, there we go. Let's... get over to here. Now, I cannot remember where the manage point is, so we'll just go through the menu. Pickled lettuce and pickled tomato, and we want to... do we want to spawn it, or do we want to deal with it ourselves? No, we'll spawn it. No, not that. Change output mode. Spawn that, and tomatoes. We could put... yeah, it's got the option to do olives, but I feel that we don't want to. Okay, I'll go get the rest of the lettuce, deal with that, and... yeah. Figure out what the next plan is on our... well, it could be actually quite a list of things to do. Well, I think we'll just start with the real easy part. Let's get the grass into this. I am so glad this is a direct drill now. And we'll just eyeball it and see how good the eyeballing ends up being. Alright. Did we nailed it. Now I've got to be very careful that I don't accidentally drill over neighboring field. To the point of, you know what, let's just not risk it. Very carefully. No, that is making me nervous. I really made those way too close together, didn't I? Let's go slightly inwards. Yeah, we are definitely merging these together. Simply for the fact that those are just way too close. Alright, this will be a lot safer. Let's just go boom, that. Oh. Apparently I hooked the baler and didn't even see it. This is why you clean up. Otherwise you run your stuff over. Now this will... I won't be ploughing this in. As I said, we'll just leave it as a grass field. We'll roll it next month just to get something. And let's just move this out of the way. Hopefully I didn't damage it. I don't think I did. Over we go. Here we go. So, yes, this will be a bit of small amount of grass to top up the sheep. Even to the point we might have to do a bit of a cut off the ground somewhere just to get something for the sheep. But we'll see. Oh dear, have I gone off the line? I have gone off the line. Saving... maybe I didn't miss it. I don't trust myself. We're going over it again. About here that I had a panic moment. Nope, we're good. Okay. Let's put this away again. Especially with the rain. And we've got nothing, no palleted goods to worry about because we dealt with all that last time. See if the wipers go off when we go inside the shed, eh? No. Well, we're going to need is we are going to need our plow. Let's just park up under here. Do that. When's the rain meant to end? When is this rain? Soon. Okay, that's not too bad. So yes, if we get the fields made now and just drill in grass, we are not going to worry about stones. We're going to put it in. Get a growth of grass, roll it, then we can just deal with it. If we're doing oats, we can just plow it all in at some point over the winter months, do the stone picking where there's no rush because there's something to do. And then we can bung in oat. We can oats or sunflowers. Oats, because that doesn't do sunflowers. Now, obviously, if we're going to be doing some more fields, I'm tempted to actually even put some fields over here, but I want to... In fact, you know what? Let's go with that. Well, the plan, if we get a little bit more of, say, I don't know, what we'll do, we'll put probably the improved small preserved food thing here. So we've got a production area. I'm gonna have to put a road that goes all the way through and loops back. We won't do that just yet, but yeah, it'll be a road that'll go around the improved thing and back. And then, how far out does this go? You seen our boundary? Okay, there it goes over here. So, yeah, we could easily get sunflowers and like canola. Or, actually, you know what we could put over here? Rice. Because the rice would go into the other thing. The improved thing. So, yes. That is because it's a massive piece of land, and I don't want to get too dense in the constructions. But, oh, sunflowers could go in straight away. But if we're doing rice, they do their own thing. They do these things. Overlaps with another object? Huh? I'm guessing these are blocking it. Okay. You guys know what's that's about? Overlaps with another object. Yeah, it must be these stones. That is actually really annoying. Yeah. Or these or something. So we'd have to go all the way up to like... Yeah. Wow. There's the plan. And the hurdles. We want to get back to here. So, rice, well, we don't have really anything to do, even the boring long grain rice, so we're not going to bother with that. We are going to go and get this one. Yep, it's just full send. Alright, I will see you over there, and yeah, hopefully I'll have a plan for... Well, I will have a plan, even if I have to stop and think about it. We'll get a plan for how it will look in the future. Here we are in the new field with lovely weather. This is actually a fairly decent size. Let's actually have a proper look. Where are those? There they are. Oh, there goes, yep. Basically up to the trees, and it is here. Now, I have done a bit of... Actually, let's jump back to the overall map. So, roading-wise, I am probably actually going to not use that. We'll change it to like a dirt track or something. Have the main road come this way, sort of that way, and down here to like a... I'm thinking we'll get here for processing. Then we will also have a road that comes across the top of this to service everything, and it will probably loop all the way around somehow down as a coastal road. Because that's going to make life a little easier. Which way is north? That way. So here's the corner. And here's the path. So we're just going to actually just run a straight Where are we? Here. Painting. And this was about the size that we wanted, wasn't it? Somewhere over here is our property. Yes, that's too big. Can always make it, actually, maybe make it bigger if we need to when we buy the next bit of land over. In fact, we might even go with a square. This is actually going to be a proper road. So if we use that lovely mod to lock the placement. There we go. Brilliant. Might actually go a little bit further over to like there. Did I miss a spot? Nope. Just something hanging over the road. Alright, that will do. That's a bit of money done, but it actually shows me where we can safely play. There's a road. There's a chance for a track through there. There's a chance for a track through there. Okay. Okay. What we were using, it was like forest? It was something like forest, that one there, wasn't it? Let's just... Boom. I kind of feel we want something different. No. I want something that drives nicely so it doesn't deform like, say, everyone's favorite animal mud. Now we'll just go use that, eh? And is this... Yeah, this is one step down from what we were. There we go. Will we change that texture later? Almost certainly. Spend a bit of money. There we go. This is nice. This is really nice. Okay, we have a game plan now with the fields drawn in. Means we can get this done. This is going to be fun. This is going to be the awkward part, so... create fields is off, so we need to keep that in mind. It doesn't need to be perfect. Wheels are roughly where we want them. Create field on, drop the plow. Boom, here we go. The borders will be a little bit wonky, and absolutely fine. Absolutely fine with that. Actually, I realised, because we're actually ploughing grass in, so we're actually getting a layer of fertilizer out of this. But I'm still going to put grass in. Oh man, that is actually terrible. A little bit of wonkiness is fine. That much is not. Yep, this is struggling, but also is fine. Let's relocate again. That's fine. I'm not going for perfectly straight anymore. These are going to be, I don't know, what I'd call proper fields. Just plowed in where they need to be. I mean, if there's a bit of a massive oddity on the field boundary, we can make something of it. Now, actually, how close did I put? I put that right on the. I put that right on the property boundary. So we're only going to go to here. That's it. And I think we'll start at the other end now. Well, back to the start. This is going to be probably the irritating section of it. And if I have to, I'll just nuke the path a little bit. Although I really do like how it's a bit wonky. But we'll, it'll evolve over time. Just not going to try and follow the path. This is going to be a field doing its thing. That path will be, maybe it's following more solid ground. How many fields do we want to make here? Kind of want to make. Well, that's chunky. Yeah. Compared to our other fields, this is massive. Although I think this might end up being. What do you reckon? This will be medium, I guess, in our final scheme of things. We want to line up a bit better this way, though. I kind of want to head like roughly 270 degrees, aka west. It isn't perfect. That's fine. Since I'm not faffing around. Oh man, look at this is actually really, really good flat land. Really good land. But it is turning into a different sort of episode where we've had a pair of episodes where in 1 month, and there's a lot of manual work in this one. I am not going to subject you to all of it, but I will, however, subject you to the field outlining. I'm so glad we have this plow and this tractor. Like it set the purchase back of the thingamabob, pickles and all that, by a full month. But honestly, we want to go pretty much one like due south from here. Yeah, it's just enabled us to do so much more. Hopefully nothing amazing turns up on the used markets between now and when that flour sells. Okay, let's get onto that part there and connect this nicely. Excuse me. Thank you. And one little bit more. Come on, bing. Thank you. It's going to turn create field off temporarily. So yeah, it ain't particularly clean there, but we will retcon in a reason for it later. We'll blame the fences or something. Actually, how small can you... I kind of feel I'll mess around with that at some point. One, when we got some money. It'd be really cool if I put a... If I was able to drop this down a little bit. We'll make a ditch. Where like water runoff goes into. Put like the culvert in, little bridge or something there. I don't know. It's probably called different stuff around the world. We call them a ditch. Yeah, where the water runoff goes, and people that are lunatics, driving excessively and crazy, like parking their cars. Yeah, we're going to go with a field divider here. We'll have an access track. Turn this off. Oh, I wonder how long this episode's going to be today. This one's might be a bit longer with all of the detailing work. That's what it is. I kind of feel we want we're using that is what we used there. Our tractor is about that wide. Sure. We go like just I wish we had a combine right now where we could work out how big it needs to be. What are they? They're probably about twice as wide again, so about here. How's that looking? How about that? That is so much better. Oops, that, however, is not. And the field isn't straight, so... And we're going to have to go over like that. Or is it? And all the way down. Oh, come on, thank you. That one there, and nice. It looks kind of funny, but also not at the same time. You know what? It'll probably look better. This is something I actually figured out purely by chance. We're not going to plant it. I figured it out by reading. Remove. Right click. Oh dear, it's... Ooh, that actually took out a chunk of the field. Was not expecting that. You saw it here first. I mean, how many mistakes? Quite a few. Let's see if we can... That'll do. I'll fix that up by doing that again. So back into, not into there. Actually, let's check that while we're here. Nothing new. I guess that's a blessing. And actually, does that get rid of? It does get rid of it, okay. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. We'll come back, I'll fix that up later, or I'll just deal with that. I'll deal with that off camera. Next field. Man, we are dragging along, aren't we? Create fields is off. About there. Yep, perfect. We make that road a bit wider by going like this. And I'm kind of tempted to only bring it out this far. Like here. And then we go, just take it up to near the trees. Okay, back it up, back it up, back it up. Now, yeah, you guys are all probably massively surprised at the amount of forethought I've given this. But yes, I kind of want to have this set up in a way that it doesn't look horrifically slapdash, like our starting area. That's even a bit by what I'm wanting to do. Okay, and bring it back up here, and somewhere up here is the property boundary, so we're just going to stop there. I'm going to go a little bit further. And no, that's good. Oops. Oh well. I'll tidy it up off screen. So we're going pretty much straight across, over to the property boundary again. And we are really dragging along in time. Okay, turn the create fields off. Okay, I think you can see the point. What we're going here, I'm going to, turn that into one there. I'll put another path up here, and then we'll put some, actually, no, I like this. I went a bit further than I wanted to, but I actually think that's good, in a way. And then we'll put a weird shaped one in here. This will be, I don't know, something. So I'll get it. I'll get the path in. I'll get the outline of this field in as well, and I will see you once I've got that done. Well, that did take a little bit. I've noticed that. So we got this in here. I'm happy with most of this. I'm gonna probably drag this out a little bit along here, and actually, no, that's fine. Tidy that up. Tidy this road up a little bit. So we'll drag out the bottom of that field a little bit, if I can be bothered, and fill all that in. And we will need to put and get grass into it. I'm not going to bother stone picking, mostly because it's going to be a nightmare getting it from here back to the farm, because I don't think we have... let's just jump over to here. I don't think we have a what do you call them? A trailer that has sides on it that you can put bulk into. I don't even think we've got a hand tool version. Like we've got, that's the closest we've got. And we just don't have anything on the sale. No. We'll need to get more seeds, but I've got seeds. Got this. We've got a little bit of straw that I don't know what we're going to... I wonder, can we palletize straw? Where is our palletizer there? Stones, strawberries, no, straw. Okay, no we can't. I think this is good to sell now. This was good to sell now, wasn't it? Yeah. There's bits and pieces that I need to do, but I mean, it's literally plowing in fields and all that fun stuff. Neither of these can go into the thing. Yeah. Tomatoes can. Do I need to water any of these? No, no, and no. Excellent. Well, I should water that last one. That's fine. That's fine. So, yeah. This is good progress. Let's just jump back by the powers of teleportation. I'm very happy about this. This gives us plenty of choice. Obviously, one of these will be oats. We're going to need to get a harvester. An actual harvester, not a hand one. So that's got grass. We'll leave it grass. So sheepies get food. She's chugging along happily. This mess is going to get sorted out. Might even get rid of this eventually, because I have plans. I have grand plans. But we're starting there. Temptation just to abuse the Paint and Terraform Anywhere mod and just put that road in now. It'll be like that. Yeah, it'll come in that way, probably at an angle, and it will fork this way. And this is going to be kind of fun. We're going to have a where do we put the productions over here? Oh, no way. We deal with the uneven terrain? Or do we just put another field over here? Okay, yep. That's actually a question for you guys. Field or productions on the hillside? Because otherwise, we can put productions. I think we could actually sneak everything we needed quite happily into here. If we put it there, then the trees will obscure part of the mess that we're making. And I do want to plant more trees around the island as well. Big surprise. So much to do, and only $12,000 till December, really. But yes, I'll get these finished plowed up and just direct drill the grass in. And next month we will roll it. I assume we can roll it. Hopefully it's still growing then. Yeah, grass. Yep. November we roll it. And that'll give us something to do over winter. But yeah, I'll let you guys go. But as always, thank you for joining me. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. We'll catch you in the next one.